Sophia, and they're part of the Color Brockville project. So, Amanda, tell us a little bit about the project.
So the art classes and the history classes are working together to make a coloring book, and we visited downtown places together to make that.
And what have you enjoyed about the project?
I've enjoyed using my interests of history and art, so I can get to use both in the project.
Right on. And Fia, what have you enjoyed about it?
I really enjoyed being able to get down to Brockville and actually meet people who actually studied the interesting nooks and crannies of Brockville's history.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Thomas, and he's part of the Color Brockville project here at Thousand Island Secondary School. So Thomas, tell us a little bit about the project.
We've created a coloring book of Brockville. We've visited a lot of the historical sites, and we're trying to highlight specific key pieces of architecture and Brockville's history to give people a chance to really experience it for themselves and have a true understanding of what it means to Brockville, and be able to kind of get a feel for it themselves and be able to, have their own little twist on how they perceived it.
And I kind of sat in on a little bit of a community and student meeting. Do you remember who was at that meeting and what the purpose was?
We had representatives from the Museum of Brockville, Downtown Brockville, Brockville City Hall, the Aquatarium. We had a professional printer there and Brockville historians to really give us their perspective on the project and things we could do to improve and make it more accessible for tourists and residents of Brockville, anyone really.
And that was awesome. They were very enthusiastic about the project too.
Yeah.
And just you have a few pieces here.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could just.
I wanted to really commemorate the beautiful architecture of Brockville, but give it kind of more of a personal, artistic touch to really make it more interesting and fun to color. I have a few examples. Instead of just coloring, drawing the buildings and alone, I kind of wanted to draw an element from the building and use a piece to really represent it and give it a little bit of a personal and unique flair that's really just Brockville.
Awesome. And Thomas, what grade are you in?
I'm in grade 9.
Yeah, and who's the teacher for this project?
Mrs. Scapitici.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm here with Tyler, and he's working on phase 2 of the Color Brockville project. It'll be an interactive app where folks can walk around Brockville and kind of like Pokemon Go, and features will come up on their phone. So Tyler, what are you working on?
I'm working on a river otter from the St. Lawrence River.
And what program are you using?
I'm using Blender. It's a 3D modeling software.
And where else did you learn about Blender this year?
I learned about it in my game development class, taught by Mr. Black.
Right on. Are you enjoying this project?
Yes, it's actually one of the more interesting things I've made in Blender. I've only really made lamps so far, so an otter is definitely a lot more difficult than you think.
It's cool. It looks like an otter though. Thanks, Tyler.